diva. But when you're good, it's not bragging. And elite wide receivers and the confidence they exude often permeates an entire team, and we're going to see a couple of examples of that in this one. Welcome, everyone, to the home of the LSU Fighting Tigers, Baton Rouge and Tiger Stadium. As we'll see a team looking to make it back to the CFP this year, the TCU Horned Frogs, taking on one of the participants from last year's playoff, the LSU Tigers. Glad to have you with us for EA Sports College Football. I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me in the booth. Guys, we are ready to tee it up. I guess they're not interested in kicking it away. They're lining up for an onside kick. Looks as if the hands team will be able to recover the ball.
Man, these coaches talked about being aggressive, and they were. First quarter, you're going with the onside already. I would say it's a little bit careless, a little bit reckless. Onside kicks are not high percentage, but they went for it, they failed, and now let's see how they respond.
They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. They'll leave it with him. This junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. You know what I really like about games like this at this point in the season? You find out who you are. You find out whether you're going to stay in the race.
And who can step up and handle the challenge, right? This is easily one of the toughest games to date for both of these programs coming into this one. So there's a lot of eyeballs, David, on this game to find out who's mentally and emotionally the toughest.
Yeah, and we're going to point to this game as we get later in the year and big decisions are made. You've got a top 25 win. You beat them in the middle of the season, X, Y, and Z, so these are big for the resume.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Plows through the defense. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
And those body blows really, really matter. Like, I want to be able to hand the ball off to my running back 10, 15 times a game. Make the defense tackle them, wear them out. Sometimes these 3 to 4 yard runs, later in football games, they turn into 5 to 15 to 20-yard gains just because of the body blow effect.
The Horned Frogs are moving quickly down the field. They're looking to get the edge with this one on the toss. He fought him off for a while, but that's what they mean by gang tackling.
I love when defensive backs come up and they are physical and they stick their face in the fan and they aren't scared. Talking to the defensive coordinator coming into this game, he knew his DBs had to tackle well. They had to get these running backs on the ground. Great start on this first drive.
Looking downfield, it's Algier extending the play. Fires on the move. Got his man. He's close to the first down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
It's so difficult when the QB gets outside the pocket because now it's not the first play anymore. It's the second play that hurts you. Once you see him and he starts to scramble, now receivers know they got to make the second effort. If they're on the sidelines, now they turn up the field. If they're running across the field from the other direction, they got to come back towards their quarterback. So it's not the first play anymore. It's the scramble play now.
Picked up enough to give them 1st and 10 from the 11. This crowd knows this defense needs them right now. Looking downfield on 1st down. They get enough rush, and it pays off the sack at the 20.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down. All wideouts, no backs. On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Unloads it left. He's got it. Can't quite cross the plane to get the 6, but they'll have the 1st down.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And the Horned Frogs trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. Stopped in the backfield, and that'll be a loss of 2. Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Looking to fire. It's complete on the right side. And he will score! Touchdown, TCU!
How about the start from this offense? What a drive. Just when they needed a 3rd down conversion, they got it. They put a bunch of plays together, kind of wore the defense out, and in the end, punched it in for 6.
Getting ready for the extra point after the first score of the game. And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he takes this from inside the 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They go to the Wildcat here, looking to take advantage of that extra blocker. Back has it. They found a little running room out of the Wildcat, still short of the 1st down marker. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. By the end of the day, one of these two teams will control their conference destiny the rest of the way. Potential bye in the college football playoff on the line. This game critical at this point in the season for both teams.
And so much talent in this game, too. Outstanding coaching staffs, NFL talent on both teams going into this one. David, this might be a rematch in the conference championship game. We might get to see this matchup again.
Yeah, and it's so nice to have two teams playing so well at the top of their conference. You know this game matters. There's no sleepwalking into this game. You see the numbers at the top of the conference. It's you and it's them. Who's going to come out today?
Looking to convert, they'll go to the Wildcat. Direct snap. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop.
Now, 4th down.
A couple of yards short of the 1st down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. Converts on 4th down, still going. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the 1st down before he's dragged to the ground.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. Snap to the back. Finds a little space. It's a fumble on the play. Got enough for the 1st, and he's still going. They recover their own fumble. Somehow, who knows how they got that thing back. Back has it. Forced out of bounds. Good pickup there on the ground.
And I kind of like how the running back didn't mess around. Like, just get downhill when you see an opening. A lot of times they close so fast, man. Be decisive, stick your foot in the ground, pick up 3 to 4, and we are not going to complain.
There he goes. He's at the 10. Slippery slide. Find his way and ran away from the crowd into the end zone. Touchdown LSU.
And to have a rushing touchdown of that type of yardage, you've got to be able to make something miss. It's one thing to get get into the second level, but can you make that last defender miss? And you saw it on that play. Once he was in the clear with his speed, he was gone.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Running back searching for a hole. And after the tackle, that will bring us to the end of the first quarter. Entertaining first quarter, and we are all locked up after one as we take a quick look at some stats. We've got a good one going here, and looking forward to keep those vibes rolling here in the second. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Back to pass. Using his legs to buy some time. On the run, deep down the right side. Intercepted. Big play. Stops the drive. Didn't get a ton on the return, but the most important thing, he got the ball, and they've got it at the 48.
And it's just a bad decision by the quarterback. I get that he's outside the pocket and the play's breaking down, but you can't force it into your top receiver. If he's not open, you got to throw it away. The defense took advantage with the interception.
Direct snap. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him bottled up behind the line.
Well, that play didn't stand a chance. I mean, nobody even blocked that guy, and he's able to get the tackle for loss.
Snap to the back. Look out, he's got room. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down. Let's talk for a minute about LSU. They've jumped to the top of the conference standings. Now the trick is finding a way to stay there.
Well, and that's your goal to start the season. It's always about the conference first. It's not about the national championship picture. So great job taking care of business within the conference, Jesse, but a lot of meat still left on the schedule.
Yeah, and remember, conference championships mean a lot because the way the college football playoff is set up, if you're winning your conference championship, you're probably in the playoff discussion. So they've got a lot of games ahead. They're in that prime spot right now inside their conference. They've got to keep playing well.
Oh, you know what time it is when the defense gets that stop on third down. Fist up in the air. Nice job getting to the quarterback, putting some pressure on him, hitting him, forcing the income.
Makes the grab, ready for the first down. And he's knocked down immediately, but not before he moves the chains.
Wow, and that was just a bang-bang play. On that fourth down, the coverage was tight. QB had his receiver. He knew where he wanted to go with it, but the only way that ball gets completed is if he puts a little extra mustard on it, and he shows you the arm talent on the throw.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. And the Tigers trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll run him behind the big guys on the left. This time, they get him in the backfield, and they take back what he got on the previous play.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
After losing yardage on those last two runs, you know they've got to throw it here on 3rd and 15. He's looking downfield to throw. He's got an open man. There he goes. He's finally stopped, and not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
And the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating an explosive play.
The give to the back. Defense there to stop him after he picked up a yard. Ball's at the 17.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. They'll try to get it in with the run. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
And this offense knew coming into the game, when they get to the red zone, it's going to be tough sledding because it's hard to run, especially against this physical defense. They're one of the top 5 defenses stopping the run. And you know at this area of the field, it's really tough to throw it. Let's see who the more physical side is.
He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
It's looking like they're going to have to throw this one in now on 3rd down, David. And you know the execution just has to be spot on. Timing especially at the quarterback position here.
And thinking about the defense, they're aggressive in these situations. They're going to play man. They're going to play up tight on you. So I know that. Now how do I counterpunch and attack this defense?
After a drive this long, a field goal would be demoralizing at this point. It's 3rd and goal. Going for 6. Can't make the grab as he was going for 6 right there.
And those sting for offenses, man. You've got an opportunity to get in the end zone, to get the touchdown. It's not easy. It's hard to get guys open. He comes open, and the quarterback, man, I bet he wishes he had that one back.
He splits the uprights. And with that field goal, they now have the lead. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Top 15 teams colliding, fellas, in a game of massive importance. Let's catch you up to speed. Virginia Tech picked a bad day to have a bad day. The once proud tradition Frank Beamer built there in Blacksburg, we're a long way from that right now. They're trailing by 14 to Miami. It wouldn't be the ACC if there weren't this kind of storyline, guys, and we promise to keep you posted.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. Oh, he's got some space. Inside the 35, knocked out of bounds. This offense with a big play, and they'll mark it at the 33. One big play can really flip the script of a drive. It's 1st and 10 from just outside the 30. Fires left. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on 1st down. 2nd down coming.
I think for the quarterback, he's going to have to be so good with his eyes in this game. You're going up against one of the best defenses in the country. You've got to look guys off, especially when...
And now on the pitch, the ball's loose. Quarterback moving out of the pocket. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge 3rd down coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires to the wideout. And they can't make the connection on 3rd down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
The Horned Frogs will call on their punt team. They ought to be able to use this first punt to pin them deep. And the coverage team down there to touch the ball. No return on this play. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Back has it. And the wildcat is not working. They knock him down behind the line.
Second down coming up.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Direct snap. He'll off one deep down the left side. Pulls it in down the sideline. Off and running. He's at the 10. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. Touchdown, Tigers. He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch it.
And the offense is so lucky. That easily could have been a massive turnover in the end zone, but Johnny on the spot, able to pounce on it. And the end result was what they were hoping for anyway. It's a touchdown.
Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. Boy, he wasn't far from taking that one a long way as they get him stopped on the return at the 45. They'll get this drive started from their own 45-yard line. To the air on first down. Right down the middle. Finds a tight end down the gut. Really nice pickup on that one as they get it to the 36. It'll be first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs.
And I love that play call. There's a great example of sudden change situation, right? Your defense
Looking for the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
Here he comes from midway in the end zone. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look. Snap to the back. He's past the 30. He gets it all the way up to the 42-yard line, and that's why you have confidence to keep it on the ground in that situation.
Offensive coordinators feel really smart when the run game opens, especially early in the game, because now everything is at their disposal and the defense is already on their heels.
Back has it. Oh, and he's going backwards. Defense not fooled at all by the Wildcat. We thought we'd see a little Wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. Found a little room out of the Wildcat that time, just short of the first down. The D thinking bring some heat on 3rd and long from the 44. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. He's got him wide open. All the way down to the 27-yard line before they get him out of bounds, and this offense is threatening.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Just gets rid of the football, nobody to throw it to. It'll be second down.
Good decision by the QB. You're outside the pocket. You're trying to find an open target. No one's open. Throw it away and live to play another day.
Lining up in the Wildcat. Let's see what they've got. Snap to the back. Find some fresh air. Just ran him over. Turning it on. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Tigers.
You know, there's so many coaches out there in 2-minute situations at the end of the half with the lead that'll just be happy taking the lead into halftime. This guy's staying aggressive, though. Pedal to the metal, David, and you saw it paid off there for the touchdown.
Yeah, and let's finish this half now. Now, we got a nice lead. Built a little bit of a lead, but the defense has to go back out there. There's still a little bit of time, so get that stop to keep that momentum you just got, and everybody will be jacked up at halftime.
Finally stopped after a solid return out to the 32. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Leaves it with the back. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41. The offense will quickly use a timeout. One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Handoff to the single running back. He'll be brought down, and that's the final play of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. And the Horned Frogs will boot it away to start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give him a different look.
Here we go.
Back has it. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense was trailing going in at halftime, and I think they made some adjustments against the run. They want to slow this guy down. That's a really nice start to the second half if you're on defense.
Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilcox. Good pick up a little bit short of the sticks. LSU quick to the line. Third down play from the gun. Shoots it to the left. And a missed opportunity on third down as the defense knocks it free, and fourth down is coming up.
And that's just what this defense needed. They needed to get a stop here in the third quarter. They've given up a lot of plays, a lot of points, a lot of yards. Needed to get a stop and try to get this ball back to their offense.
Complete out of the backfield. And they finally make the tackle, but this will be a pretty easy conversion for this offense.
They're showing you their intentions early in the game. It's fourth down. You're in your own end. We're going to be aggressive, and we're not just going to do this early. We're going to do this all game long. Awesome execution on a critical down.
Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Creating some space, getting just enough good blocking, and they've got it up to the 47-yard line.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
They'll try to move the chains on the ground. They tried to go smash mouth on third and short, and it did not work against this defense.
This defense obviously knows they've got to be able to stop the run if they're going to win this football game. And you wonder if they've been able to make some tweaks and adjustments to try and take this running back away.
On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Puts it out of the air. Not much of a fourth down gamble when it's that much of a sure thing. An easy conversion for this offense. No hesitation, no trying to baby the ball in there. He just fired it quickly.
Fourth down, no problem. I'm just going to rip this to my wide receiver. He believed it.
Breaks into the open. Knocked down at the 24-yard line, but it's a big gain. 15 yards on the play, and this offense is in business.
That's a big key for this offense. Now, you've got the lead here in the second half. You want to run the football. You got to just keep getting positive yards. You got to keep the third downs manageable so you can stay on the field, bleed the clock. That's going to be the key for this offense and their team winning the game.
Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23.
And I think this has probably been the most surprising thing of this game so far. This guy's one of the best running backs in the entire country. They just can't get him going. He's never been able to get into a rhythm. You got to give the defense so much credit because they have been able to shut this guy down, and they got to keep that up here in the second half.
Maybe that stop shows this defense is tightening up, especially in the run game. The offense, frankly, they've been able to do whatever they want to do. They're just handing the ball off. This guy's having success left and right. No, sir, no mas. Get it together.
They'll move the tight end. Makes a third down stop.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
It is good. And now the lead is even bigger.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
Looking for daylight from inside his 20. Decent field position to start this drive from their own 33. Looking to throw on first down. Steps away. Fires to the right. It's caught.
One of the things that makes this quarterback so dangerous is how accurate he can be when he's on the run. And he's a guy that's looking to throw. He's not looking to take off himself. Showed you that accuracy on that play to get the first.
The offense setting up shop at the 46. 1st and 10. Wants to throw on first down. Working that left side now. They'll mark him out of bounds right at the 45-yard line.
Well, I'll tell you, it's a nice job by the quarterback there. Of course, he's right-handed, but there he is scrambling and rolling to his left. It's not easy to be accurate when you're doing it, but he's able to put that right on target for the completion.
Going for it all. And that was so close to a turnover in the end zone. The defense almost with the huge play. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Bought a little time, lets it go. Well, they were counting on winning the one-on-one battle. They got the completion, but the yardage didn't work out.
Man, a lot of times, man, that's what I do in short yardage situation. 3rd and short, make my guy fall forward for a couple yards, try to get the first down, but it was a good tackle, and the receiver got absolutely nowhere after the catch.
Oh, he dropped it. He just lost his concentration and didn't look it all the way in. We thought we'd see a little wildcat formation in this spot, and here it is. Direct snap. They'll say he goes out of bounds, mark it at the 46.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the first down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him.
Oh, there's an alley to the left. And how much running room have they been able to find just all day? They are piling up unbelievable rushing stats.
That's the danger as a defense when you're playing against this guy, because you know you're going to see the option. And if you don't have a player dedicated to pursuing and stopping him, he...
Headed to the end zone. Touchdown LSU! And they add 6 more to the Morbid trip to the house. They've extended the lead and taken control here in Week 9.
Well, this offense has been physical. They came out in this game with a lot of pride and the ability up front and the belief if they can block people and get it done. They are dominating this defense. 3 rushing touchdowns now in the game.
He's looking to throw. He's into the end zone for the 2 and extends the lead. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he passes on the touchback. Here he comes. And the returner goes down. Just enough time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Looking to throw on first down. Might be looking to run. Final play of the quarter, and the ball falls incomplete. Guys, LSU has the lead here. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. So the final period starts with a second down play. Wants to go up top. Throws to the wideout. Got him downfield. That defense got gashed, but they finally get him to the turf at the 47.
This defense better not blink. I know they've got a lead here in the 4th quarter, but just look at who they're going against. This quarterback is one of the best in the nation. They cannot rest on their laurels. Someone's going to have to make a play.
The offense will put it in play from the 47 on 1st and 10. Wants to go up top on first down. Unleashes one deep. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
The defense is in great position right now because they've got a huge lead here in the 4th quarter. They know the offense has to take shots to try to get themselves back in the game. So they're calling their coverages accordingly, and there was nowhere to go with that football. Really nice job by the defense.
It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. They had this thing in a hammerlock at halftime, and now they are really ratcheting up the pressure, David.
And I tell you what, this offense doesn't have to change a thing, Paul. They've done what they wanted in the first half and starting off the second half in the same fashion.
And I like how they're letting different guys get involved, too. They've got so many different playmakers all over the field.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll throw again after the incompletion. They'll run the screen. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
Those screen plays, you really want to sell it, get it to your running back, and get him to the second level. Get him running full head of steam on a safety, on a linebacker. He almost got going, but just got tackled before he could really do any damage.
He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short.
All right, they get the completion. Don't get the first down. So we've got a massive decision now, 4th and inches. Personally, I like QB sneak. I think that picks it up right here. No matter where you are in the field, you can keep this drive going.
Here comes the Wildcat. Watch out here. Snap to the back. They make the stop, but not before the chains move and the Wildcat formation pays off.
You know, you go for it on 4th and inches in this fringe area of the field in your opponent's territory. I'd be curious to see if on the next play now, they're going to try and take a shot and see if they can catch the defense sleeping.
And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. Able to pick up a couple down to the 27. And
And I know you can play these late game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position. You're in a great position to salt this clock away and get a W.
Ball spotted at the 27. They're facing a 3rd and long to try to keep their hopes of a touchdown alive. And it's incomplete despite some serious arm strength shown there.
I want to give a shout out to the defense there on 3rd down, doing a really nice job disguising their coverage because it looked like they confused the quarterback on 3rd down. Really nice job getting back into that zone and making sure that ball falls incomplete.
The field goal is no good. After the missed field goal, hey, could be worse. They're still up by 21. TCU will send its offense back onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the pressure, perhaps it was just one of those days. He might have gotten way too greedy there, held it too long, and couldn't throw it away to avoid the loss.
Well, this defense not only has speed, but they also play with great effort. And that time on the quarterback run, they were expecting it. Everybody was in position, but they did a phenomenal job in...
He's got it! Lots of running room. The tag! Touchdown, TCU! Made the grab and then did the rest himself, and they put points on the board.
You know, quarterbacks and receivers, they develop confidence and chemistry as the game goes on. These two right now are definitely on the same page.
We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Pitt looks like a bunch of world beaters right now. I'm not sure I've ever seen this offense look this crisp. They're up by 19 over Houston. That's where things stand right now, and of course, if the script is flipped, you will hear about it.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. Lining up in the Wildcat, let's see what they've got. On the direct snap, it's Wilcox. He's in open space downfield. Turning on the Jets. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
I know exactly what I have to do here. Defensively, we've got to get the stop. So we're playing run. We're selling out to run because we're thinking they're going to run the football, and we got 3 timeouts. Let's use them wisely. Let's use those timeouts, save as much clock as we can so our offense has some time on the clock to do some damage when they get the football back.
On the direct snap, it's Wilcox. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Timeout called here by the defense. It's the first one they've used this half. On the snap, it's Wilcox. He's brought down at the 6, but the defense feeling the heat to make a stop here. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. Direct snap. It's Wilcox. Defense played the Wildcat very well on that one, stopping them for a short gain. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The offense wastes no time getting the timeout called.
Timeout, LSU.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. This field goal try to make it a 3-score game late. And the kicker delivers the 3 to salvage that drive. And that will extend their lead even further.
And with that kick, man, it's a tall order for the other side. I mean, down 3 possessions. Like, this offense is going to have to get the ball and do something with it, and do it quickly if they want to get back in this football game.
They get him stopped, but a really good job of blocking by the return team. He's out to the 44. TCU has it back, and the Horned Frogs go on offense. Looking downfield on 1st down. It's complete to the right.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's going to be hard now for this offense to claw their way back in this one.
Just carving up this defense and getting it down to the 24. A productive play is one that gets you at least halfway to another first down here on 1st and 10. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And he wanted to score badly, but the defense wrestles him down at the 2. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. He wants to throw it. Got his man quickly. Into the end zone. Touchdown, Horned Frogs.
The one thing you know about this offense, they're going to keep fighting, right? They're down on the scoreboard right now, but they're trying everything they can. Nice job there, finding a way to score that touchdown. And listen, we've seen crazier things happen before in college football. This thing ain't over until there's zeros on the clock.
And a few anxious moments, but the hands team is able to fall on it.
Yeah, and a great job by the receiving team. When you see the football kick, man, you got to be smart how fast it's coming, if I'm ready to catch it, if it needs to go to the next wave. Nice job being organized, seeing it, and executing well.
And with the game all but decided, this quarterback will take a knee.